Imagine waking up in Moscow in the freezing winter of 1504. The streets are silent. Snow covers the rooftops. Church bells echo through the icy air. But something feels wrong. People whisper in fear. Neighbors suddenly disappear. Priests warn of a hidden enemy spreading dangerous beliefs in secret. And if the authorities discover you are involved, you could lose everything. Your freedom, your family, even your life. But who were these mysterious people? What dangerous secret terrified Moscow so much that Russia's rulers launched a brutal crackdown? And why did one of the most powerful rulers in Russian history believe this hidden movement threatened the future of his kingdom? Today, we travel back to 1504 Russia to uncover the secret heresy that terrified Moscow. And trust me, this story is darker than you think. Over 500 years, to a Russia ruled by fear, faith, and absolute power. Russia wasn't the giant empire we imagine today. Instead, it was still forming. And at the center of this growing power stood Moscow, ruled by the ambitious and powerful Grand Prince Ivan III. Sometimes called Ivan the Great, Moscow was becoming stronger than ever before. For centuries, Russian lands had suffered under Mongol domination. But Ivan III changed everything. He expanded Moscow's power, defeated rivals, and slowly united Russian territories under his control. Many people believed Moscow was destined for greatness. But as political power grew, another force became even stronger: religion. The Russian Orthodox Church was not just important, controlled everyday life. Faith shaped politics, morality, law, even survival. To challenge religious teachings wasn't simply seen as disagreement. It was seen as a threat to society itself. And that brings us to a mysterious movement, one many people feared from the shadows. Something unusual was happening. Certain people, including educated priests, scholars, and influential citizens, were quietly questioning church teachings. Some allegedly rejected religious traditions. Others challenged sacred rituals. Some were accused of reading forbidden ideas. Soon, church leaders gave this movement a terrifying name: the heresy of the Judaizers. But here's where history becomes mysterious. No one fully agrees on what these people actually believed. Some historians argue the accusations may have been exaggerated. Others believe there truly was a secret movement challenging Orthodox authority. According to church leaders of the time, members of this group questioned major religious practices. Some supposedly rejected icons. Others questioned church hierarchy. Some were even accused of secretly spreading forbidden teachings. And perhaps most frightening of all, these people weren't poor rebels hiding in villages. Many allegedly had connections to powerful circles, including members of Moscow's elite, that terrified authorities. Because when dangerous ideas spread among ordinary people, governments worry. But when powerful people begin listening, leaders panic. Soon, whispers turned into fear, and fear turned into action. Imagine being a citizen in Moscow during this time. Snow falls across the city. Church bells ring. Markets stay busy. But rumors spread everywhere. Someone in the church is secretly spreading forbidden teachings. Important people have joined them. They're hiding among us. Fear grew quickly. Religious leaders warned that this movement could destroy true faith. To them, heresy wasn't just dangerous. It was evil. Something capable of bringing God's punishment upon Russia. And if Moscow wanted to survive and become powerful, the church believed these dangerous ideas had to be destroyed. Church leaders demanded action. And eventually, the ruler listened. By 1504, Moscow prepared for a major religious confrontation. One that would decide the fate of the accused forever. In December 1504, an important church council gathered in Moscow. Its mission? Investigate and eliminate the growing heresy. Powerful church officials came together. Religious authorities questioned suspects. Evidence was examined. Accusations spread. And punishment loomed over everyone involved. For those accused, the situation became terrifying. The council declared several people guilty of heresy. Some were imprisoned. Others faced harsh punishment. and according to historical accounts, some leading figures were executed. The message was clear. Moscow would not tolerate religious rebellion. Not from commoners, not from scholars, not from powerful elites. The state and church stood united, and anyone challenging authority risked severe consequences. Fear swept through the city. No one wanted suspicion to fall on them. In many ways, this moment shaped the future of Russian religious identity, because after 1504, Orthodox unity became even more important, and religious control tightened. But here's the question historians still debate today. Was there really a dangerous conspiracy, or was fear exaggerated? Some researchers believe church authorities genuinely faced a movement they considered dangerous. Others argue political motives may have played a role. Think about it. Powerful rulers often fear ideas they cannot control. And throughout history, people accused of heresy were sometimes victims of politics as much as religion. Could some innocent people have suffered? Possibly. Were all accusations true? We may never know, because much of what survives comes from church records, written by the people fighting the movement, and history is often written by the winners. Still, one thing is undeniable. The fear was real. The consequences were real. And in 1504, Moscow truly believed it was fighting for its soul. More than 500 years later, the events of 1504 Russia still raise uncomfortable questions. What happens when governments fear ideas? How far should authority go to protect tradition? And how many historical mysteries remain hidden beneath official records? The secret heresy that terrified Moscow may never be fully understood. But its impact changed Russia forever. Because in the icy streets of medieval Moscow, fear, faith, and power collided, and the consequences echoed through history.